Sai Ram. In the last Parayanam session, we talked about the cures that Swami brings about. Swami's avatarhood is not only to make spiritual transformation, it's also to bring about a transformation in the human being as a whole. Swami says, first of all, I have to unmake the materialistic, ego-bound man and then to remake him in the image and likeness of God. Now, people talk of the miracles of Swami, and Swami says that it is due to my Sankalpa Shakti. So the editor asked this question. Armed with this Sankalpa Shakti, that is divine power, why does the avatar not help people in distress by bringing rains in times of drought and creating food grains when there is a famine? Cannot Baba help humanity to control the natural forces and prevent calamities like earthquakes, floods, droughts, famine and epidemics? Now, it's a very simple thing. We will create all these problems by our whatever misdeeds that we do and the way we kind of abuse nature. But the avatar has to come and set it right and set it to the, like they say, the factory reset, like that. Every time we have to do the mistake, and the avatar, when it comes, it has to do a factory reset. But surprisingly, Swami's answer is this. He says, this is precisely what I am doing. But how does he do it? By incarnating the indwelling God in man to overcome such calamities. He does not just swipe a wand and remove all these problems. On the contrary, he is remaking man to understand that there is an indwelling God, and this is the God that he should become. When he becomes this, not become, he should realize. And once he realizes that this indwelling God is in his personality, he will not bring about the calamities that he has brought on his own head. There are two ways in which an avatar can help people. An instant solution as against a long-term one. Any instant solution would go against the fundamental quality of nature itself as well as the karmic law of cause and effect. One day Swami was saying that when God created man, he said, look, all that there is in nature is available for you. But just remember one thing. And what is that one thing? If you use it properly, you will benefit. If you use it wrongly, you will suffer. So this is the karmic law of cause and effect. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. So by teaching us about this karmic law, Swami is remaking us. Most people live in the material world of their desires and ego, which is governed by the karmic law. They reap the fruits of their actions. This brings about their evolution or devolution. If the avatar intervenes to instantly solve these problems, it would stop all action, development, even evolution. This solution can be ruled out because it totally negates the natural laws. The avatar, when it comes, does not negate the natural laws. Once in a while, of course, there's a need to part the curtain to make us realize who the avatar is or what the avatar is capable of, so that we will listen to the avatar. But the avatar as a rule does not negate the natural laws. The other and the more effective alternative presents a long-term solution, whereby the avatar leads the people themselves to a higher level of consciousness to enable them to understand the truth of spiritual laws, so that they may turn towards righteousness and steadfastly work for better conditions. This will relate them back to nature and the karmic law of causation. They would then transcend the cycle of cause and effect in which today they are involved as victims, and thereby command and control the natural forces to be able to avert the calamities you mention. Rather than imagine that one is a victim of this karmic law, No, normally, what happens, we say, if anything goes wrong, we say, oh, what can I do? It is all Brahma's writing on my forehead. Swami reminds us that there is no separate Brahma who is going to kind of autograph your whatever is written on your head. All that is written on your head is your own doing. You are the one who has written it on your own head, and you are capable of rewriting it, of rewriting your own destiny. So the editor asks, you mean you are presently raising the consciousness of mankind to a godlike condition to enable them to command their own destiny? Exactly, that's what Swami says. They will become shareholders of my Sankalpa Shakti. I have to work through them to a higher reality in order to enable them to master the natural laws and forces. They are no longer victims. They become masters of the natural laws and forces. If I cure everything instantly, leaving the people in their present level of consciousness, they would soon mess up things and be at one another's throat. Again, with the result that the same chaotic situation would develop in the world. The other insight that Swami gives is suffering and misery are the inescapable acts of the cosmic drama. God does not decree these calamities, but man invites them by way of retribution for his own evil deeds. This is a corrective punishment which induces mankind to give up the wrong path and return to the right path, so that he may experience the godlike condition of Sat Chit Ananda, existence, wisdom, awareness and bliss. All this is part of the grand synthesis in which the negatives serve to glorify the positives. Thus, death glorifies immortality, ignorance glorifies wisdom, misery glorifies bliss, night glorifies dawn. So, this is the cosmic reality. That's what Swami says. Finally, if the avatar brings the calamities mentioned by you to an immediate end, which I can and do when there is a great need, so that is the important thing. Only when there's a great need, Swami says, I do this. I have the capacity to do this and I do it. But I don't do it all the time. The whole drama of creation with its karmic law will collapse. Remember, these calamities occur not because of what God has made of man, but really because what man has made of man. Therefore, man has to be unmade and remade with his ego destroyed and replaced by a transcendent consciousness so that he may rise above the karmic cycle to command nature and avert its calamities. This is the work of the avatar which I am presently doing. Dr. Gokak once mentioned that the socio-economic experiment that Swami is involved in is the revolution of revolutions. So, talking about this, Swami says, the editor asks Swami about this, and Swami says, I have no methodology or machinery in the accepted organizational sense. My methodology is a simple one based on conversion by love, and the machinery is one of human cooperation and brotherhood, again deriving from love. What we need today are one single caste of humanity, one common religion of love, and one universal language of the heart. This is the simple methodology or machinery through which both the individual and the society can be transformed. I remember a Prime Minister had come to Swami once, Prime Minister Vajpayee, and he said, Swami, I want you to become the Prime Minister of the country. Of course, this was before Mr. Vajpayee himself became the Prime Minister. He was a member of the Parliament. And he said, Swami, I want you to become the Prime Minister of the country. And I want more and more of Swami's devotees to become MPs so that the country will be headed in the right direction. And then Swami said, why do you ask me to be the Prime Minister? What I am involved now is in transforming individuals. So when individuals become good, they will elect good representatives and a good government will come into existence. Okay, I am working the other way. It is not the top down approach, from the bottom to top approach. This is what Swami does. He tends to each individual heart and transforms it so that it will turn towards goodness. And this is the task that Swami is involved in. So he asks, the editor asks, have you succeeded in bringing about the synthesis, particularly with the wealthy and the powerful classes? Swami said, I have not reached them all as a class, but to the extent that I am able to contact them individually, the results are encouraging. This is something that we need to ponder about. See, Swami has reached each person individually. He has not kind of attended to all the politicians, all the scientists, all the businessmen. It's not like that. His approach has been to touch each individual heart. And this is why Swami kept on doing this throughout his life. On an average, he would meet some 100 to 150 people every day on a personal basis. And everyone who entered that interview room and spent a few moments with Swami would come back with a totally new perspective of life, would come back with a feeling that he is no longer the tiny human being that he thought he was, but he is actually a son of immortality. He is one who is immortal in himself, Amritasya Putraha, as the scriptures remind us. We are not victims. We are all very powerful. It is just that we are absent-minded. We have forgotten our true reality. And so he keeps on reminding us that we should get back to where we belong. All that it requires is not to journey from somewhere to somewhere, because at the end of the journey you realize that you are already there. It is just that you have to be awakened to the realization of what you truly are. This indeed is the mission on which Swami has come, and the mission that Swami has been doing all through his life. We will stop with this for today and continue our Parayanam session next. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Ji Ki Jai.